Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my weekly live. Today it is Monday, the 26th of May. Where has this month gone? My goodness, it has flown by. Good evening, Jane. How are you? I hope you're well. Sorry I wasn't with you yesterday evening. My desk was a bit of chaos and I was still preparing for my in-person retreat that is happening. So my retreat takes place on Saturday coming, so the 31st of May in person. And the following weekend into June, so the 6th and 7th of June, I have a repeat of the retreat, and it's an online version. So all the projects, everything will be created from start to finish over the Friday and the Saturday evening. And places are still open for that, so there will be no kits available. The kits by post have now closed, but if you wish to join and you have the suite that we're going to be using, then you would be welcome to come along, or you'd be welcome to come along, see the projects, and then you can purchase the suite afterwards and use some alternative products. So always happy to help with alternative suggestions. Good evening to everyone joining. I did. It was excellent progress. So I just have a few bits to finish on the instructions, but everything else is packed and ready to roll. So yeah, all good, all ready to go. So this is the suite that we are going to be using for the retreat. So if you want to come along for some ideas and projects using this suite, then we would love to see you there. So for everyone who's coming in person, they get free access to the online group anyway. That's how I work it. So you come in person and then you have access to the online as well, just in case projects are not finished on the day. It was, Paul said, did Steve get all the die cutting done? It was a team effort. So yes, my dad did a bit of die cutting, a fair bit of die cutting for me early on a few weeks ago. Steve's been doing some of the later parts of the die cutting. I've been chopping layers and packaging and counting out and all of that kind of stuff. So it's been a bit of a production line. Anne-Marie, check your emails because they went a couple of hours ago. So the supply list for what we're using, suggested items to bring along on the day, I've set up the Facebook group for the retreat. So come on over to the group and also check your email for the list of supplies. If you can't see it, message me. And I will just double check where your email has got to in case it's gone to the wrong email address or what have you. So I'll just check it hasn't bounced for you. Evening, Debbie and Emma's here. It's been ages. Are you here for a little bit of craft along? I've got out. I was rustling while I was talking. I've got a clean grid sheet. It's always a sign of a good evening. There will be cake, Paul. Oh yes. There will be cake, pastries and sandwiches and cake and all sorts. So yes, it's gone to your secondary email address. It was linked to however the payment was done. So if the email went in with the payment, it went to that email address. So I think probably sometimes just something to be aware of, like if you use a PayPal email when booking, then the payment email will always be the one that the stuff goes back out to, which is not necessarily your normal one that is used. I will share photos of all the I've taken a fair bit of photos and stuff of the preparation, not to share any spoilers, but when we get closer to the weekend I will share some of that, and I will share photos of the cakes and the food in general. Debbie, yes, online summer retreat is open, so it is. Let me just share, actually, in case anyone is unsure where to find it. over on my website. Let me just share my screen. Window. This one. Just loading up. There we go. There is my blog. If you are, so coastalcrafter.com, if you go to classes, there's a button there. And the online summer retreat is here for you. So if you just click into it, it's the 6th and 7th of June. So we're on for a good 2.5, sometimes 3 hours each evening. We'll take you through all the options. The only option that is now open is the online only. All the kits by post have now closed. So only the top one is open, but open worldwide. And we're using this suite. So we're using the Florals in Bloom suite, but very much still open. Feel free to come over and join us. So, all my other classes and bits and bobs are open. So Celebratory Sips is coming up in June. Notes and Totes is open as well. And the one that I'm going to be using tonight, which is the Beautiful Gallery, is open for my July class. So let's have a look at that. Let's get making. And let's stop sharing, and I will share with you this stamp set. There we go. So it's this one here. It's called Gallery Blooms. My camera is very zoomed in this evening. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller. Not sure what's going on with my cameras lately. All my sort of standard settings have gone all a bit weird. Don't know why. Hopefully, sorry if that made you feel a bit seasick, but there we go. We're good. So need cake for the online class. I'll pop it in the post now, and then it should be with you, Paul. I think that'll be fine. As long as it goes direct, there'll be no chance of it going funny on the way. I'm sure it'll be fine. Fresh as a daisy. So this one here, in my garden, I have some really vibrant pinky red peonies and some cream peonies. So I was inspired by them to do a little bit of colouring. And I was also daydreaming this morning about embossing paste and having not used it in a while. Now, these masks are on the last chance list, I believe. Linked Together Decorative Masks. They have not been out of the packet for me, which is a shame. So I thought I would use some of these for a bit of a background tonight with some paste. That was the plan. And I was daydreaming of putting cloud cover ink pad, ink refill into paste. So that's the plan. Brightly coloured florals, a bit of embossing paste, generally just a bit of a fun card, hopefully. So a bit of embossing and a bit of colouring. Let's just move that out the way and open up paste. So embossing paste. This one is the, is that brand new? Brand new. Let's have a look and see if I've got one that's, shimmery paste, maybe. Yeah, that is the shimmery one. Okay, well, I'm going to open up my new paste. Who knew? Who knew? Let's open that up. And Grab a little. Can you stamp on embossing paste once flowers? I'm not sure how well you can actually, but it's not something I've tried because it's a bit great. It's a bit, well, a bit, what's it? A bit grainy, isn't it? I don't know. It's probably quite a lot of paste actually. Okay, so it does dry fairly quickly when you play around with embossing paste. Evening, Rachel. Before I came on, I briefly caught a picture of your gathering that you had. Oh my goodness, so many people. That was looked like a fun day. Cloud cover ink. So you can get the ink refills. The cloud cover, which and we know that we can put the ink refill into an uninked spot, but perfect for colouring up our paste. So we'll just mix that up. There we go. So we've got our bluey colour with the cloud cover. And I'm going to go straight on to basic white. And I might also, just because we're going to have, which says it was amazing. There was 80-ish in the front. Wow, that is, yeah, it was it looked like a big wedding photo. It looked incredible. There was a lot of people there. I thought what I'd do is also grab, so I've got some basic white, but I've also got some cloud cover cardstock. Hey Annette, I got the paste out. I know, I haven't got the paste. I haven't played with paste in a long time, and I do love it. So let's have a look at these stencils. So if we go, this one I quite like. I like them all, but and we'll do a bit of cloud covered paste on. Oh, I might need more paste. Quite big gaps, isn't there? Oh. Just kind of spread it like you spread your toast, I guess. And then lift that up. It's very cool. And I do have a bit of kitchen towel here, so you really should clean these off almost straight away, but I'm just going to give it a little wipe with the towel and hope that that's okay. And then do that this way while I've got the paste going. This one, it's quite a large gap on that, isn't it? Maybe the smaller, or should we go same pattern? Should we do the same pattern? What do we think? I quite like that one. Let's go that one. We'll go the same. Let's just use all that paste up. And just do cloud cover on cloud cover. And then that's going to give like some lovely texture, isn't it? But we can also add in a bit of, let's add a bit of white over the top. Because it will mix in with the paste that's there. But also give some different white on the blue. Okay, not bad. So I've got, yeah, one less mask to clean. Exactly my thoughts. So there you go. Cloud cover paste on basic white, and then cloud cover with a bit of white over the top on the cloud cover cardstock. But they make beautiful textures. I think the embossing paste is super popular, and then it kind of gets a little bit forgotten about. I tend to use my embossing paste more at Christmas for the shimmery stuff. So it gives a bit of glimmer, doesn't it, to the paper. Right, just so my masks and whatnot are not ruined, I am just going to run through and just pop this in the sink so that it is in water, and then we'll be back with you in 1 second. I'm back. Right. Now, put them. They will dry very, very quickly, but we will be able to leave them to dry for a decent amount of time while we colour our flowers. So I'm going to take these ones and stamp those. And I was trying to think of the colour that I want. It's kind of like a mix, I suppose, between, I want berry burst, but redder. Like I want it to be like a really, to kind of mirror the flowers that are in my garden. So I'm wondering if I can mix a little bit of, I don't know, maybe poppy for it. We'll have to have a little test. But I'm thinking maybe just add some red into, because we can mix our blends if we want to. The other colour that we could stamp this in is Secret Sea, which would be a really lovely outline. Move in a little bit closer. And I am just going to, that paste is a bit grippy. I'll do that with the matte. So this is Berry Burst. Do a little bit of a test and see. I have been very lucky with peonies. We've got a beautiful bouquet of peonies from my parents. I got some peonies for my birthday, and we've got loads of peonies in our garden at the minute. I've got 2 peonies. One's a very pale pink, almost cream colour, and that is blooming later than the other one. The reddy pink one is full of flowers at the moment. Absolutely full. I need to take a picture of it actually. It's they've done incredibly well this year. So let's experiment before it's Petunia pot feeling neglected. I know it's feeling sad that it's still on the shelf. So this is Poppy Parade, and I thought if we add a little bit of red over the top. Now I'll blend it in with the Berry Burst so that we don't make it too red. I'm going to blend it with the light Berry Burst. That's kind of I'm quite pleased with that actually. It's kind of the colour I was going for. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. That says, oh, and that says everyone's due to bloom any day, and Sue's doing well with her peonies as well. So kind of is, it's not red and it's not purple, but it kind of then mixes that colour. I quite like it. It's quite rich, isn't it? I like it. Let's go again then. So we'll carry on with this then, so that they're all the same. And then maybe on the other one, I could maybe do the much softer, peachier pink one, or we could go bright again. Has anyone got any preference on colours? It's so pretty. I need to think about greens with this. I think garden green could be good. Oh, I definitely will. I will get some to post with these so that you can see my inspiration. They're just gorgeous. Again, this is light Poppy Parade, just mixing with the Berry Burst. Oop. So yeah, I can't believe I mean, I've been talking about the retreat since kind of Christmas, I think, because I set the dates out provisionally and I've held the space for my summer retreat and my winter retreat for this year. And it's here already, next Saturday. Here in a flash. So here in the UK, we have the May half-time break. I'm off today because it is a bank holiday. I am working. I've not taken the full week off. I'm working a couple of days. So I'm in work, which is part of the reason I was really making sure that I wanted to get all of the retreat prep done. So I wasn't having to come home after work and do things late into the evening if I didn't have to. So that is very good. Is ready to roll. Hey Shaz, hope you are well. Okay, we need a green. Let's do, I think I would like garden green. So we'll use garden green pencil, but what I'll do is just lay down the base of Old Olive. Light Old Olive. Right, here we go. Does that look very, can you see the colour on that, or is it particularly dark on camera? Is that better? It is quite a dark colour, but I'm hoping that that's maybe, I've got a better light on that now. Okay, light Old Olive. And I'll just quickly add the colour on there. Like that, like so. And then we can bring in our pencils. So this is the Garden Green watercolour pencil. So good to have this. By just adding the Old Olive, just gives it a bit of a base to work on too. And you're worried about like white patches showing through on your leaves. And garden green could be another colour that you stamp the whole outline in, but I'm not sure how I feel about having garden green outline on my flowers, so I think I'd rather keep it to a neutral colour. There we go. Right, this flower does have a die, and I'm going to grab it because it cuts the infill spaces as well as the outline. What do we need? Oh, there we go. We like that. Let's do the die. So the die is somewhere. Here it is. So the die, this one here. There is a lovely, it's a lovely frame. I wonder if I could use, might use that. Forget that that's got that frame in that pocket. Could use that a whole heap at the moment. Right, let's grab this. So we're going to mini cut and emboss. And more plates. Have people been crafting today? What have people been up to? It's been very windy. It's been dry, but it's been very blowy and windy here. Look at that. I love the way that it cuts out those middle bits. I love a bit of fussy cutting, as those of you who have been around here a little while know. But this die does that work for you that you can't do when you're fussy cutting. You can't. You can, but it looks messy, in my opinion. So that gets into the little nooks and crannies. So let's have that somewhere on there. I don't know if this frame, I do like that frame, but it might be a bit heavy. Or rather than making 2 cards, we could cut this one and make a frame with that, maybe. What do we think? Can't decide. Debbie says, cool here, swimming pools are open, but it's too cold to go. Oh yeah, brr. It's got to be a decent temperature, hasn't it? We need something else to go on there, don't we? Do we need something else on there? I think we do. Might just give this a blast with a heat gun. Because it's not. Oh, thanks, Holly. There's beautiful cards so far. Feels a bit better. Right. Let's I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to run that through the large cut and emboss machine. It's too large to go through the mini. Let's have a look, see what we've got. I'm going to need to clean this die up. I have spludged some stuff on it. So that's going to need a little clean up afterwards. Maybe not the most advisable. Don't run paste through your cuts. Something like that. Or that in the middle, quite like that, because that's got a bit of paste on as well, rather than a frame as such. Maybe use the frame for another card. I'll pop that frame up, something like that. I'm going to use that piece, I think. Oh, Debbie says use the arches to make a narrow frame. I do like the arches. I've used them a fair bit. Yeah. To go in the middle, I think. Middle. And then off to the edge. Laura says, joining late. Good evening. Or good afternoon, I should say. Welcome to anyone joining. If you're new around here, say hi. If you're not new around here, say hi. It's always lovely to hear where you're from, whether you're here live or joining on the replay. It's always lovely to see who's here and been up to. Right, a bit of ribbon. So the cloud cover, fresh out the packet. So we've got the new ribbons are, people have sort of, when I hear people saying about the new ribbons and things, the first thing people will say is they're a bit firmer. They are. So they're a faux linen is kind of what they're described as. So they're a bit see-through-y, I guess. You can see through the ribbon. They do fray. If you pull at them, you'll get the bits left. From the end, you'll get like a fuzzy, the bits that have been weaved through. So kind of shiny, very fine threads. So that is kind of nice if you want some finer threads underneath. They also cut particularly well down the way without fraying. So if I just show you, we do a smallish bow, but then say we want this thinner, we can then cut a small section of this. Be here all night with those. My ribbon scissors. Big ribbon scissors. So we can cut a small. It's always good with a new ribbon to have a bit of a play, like to see what it will do, see if you can cut it, see if you can, if it frays. The edge will pull off, but not fray. Like I'm running my hand down that, and that's the weave is holding together. So the same will happen on the smaller piece. So you can cut much thinner pieces of that ribbon, which is quite nice. And it's got a sort of a shine to it as well. It would look nice maybe with some, I wonder, gold maybe with it. I think the blue and gold. Mix and match a bit of that gold twisted thread. Pull that together in a bow. Then we need to think about sentiments. Oop. So we've got that on there, and then a little sentiment to go over the top. So I do have some gold thread. Yes, Paul. I know. Got this one and this one that is open and in use, and I have just two precious packets left. And by the time they're finished to Stampin' Up, I really hope that Stampin' Up it comes out with a good gold thread alternative for the time they are finished. That is what I'm working on. Okay. Sentiments. So this particular stamp set doesn't have any sentiments in it. It's all images. So the sentiments that are with it are in that suite. There is another stamp set called Beautiful Motifs. It has got those words. So just to know, oh, my camera's, get the light on that. Just to know, thank you for everything, hello, celebrate, etc. Oh, bless your heart. The other option that we have is my little caddy of words. So this one we could jump into. So the more messages has been heat embossed and stamped, and we could do a thanks a lot, that's quite nice, or congratulations, happy birthday, and the other one is in white rather than for friends, you're simply incredible. It's quite big, isn't it? Congratulations is quite nice, isn't it? We do need it for Christmas, and that the gold thread. We need it. We need it. We need it. The only other ones I've got down here are hooray. The happy birthday, as I say, is the white one, which is quite nice. Let's use the white, and we'll go happy birthday. All right. I will pop the lid on that so I don't end up dropping it. Away. And that will pin the sentiment on. So the, not sentiment, ribbon. So we'll glue dot that into that little nook there. And then the happy birthday can just sit across like that. And birthday on some dimensionals either side, so that'll just bridge across the dot. I do want like maybe another little bit of dimensional actually on the left hand side, because the flower is on dimensionals, we only need one dimensional on that side, and then the two dimensionals on that side will then make it even. So that will sit across. And then we just need some gems or something like that. Should find out what the new online exclusives are tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Oh, that's exciting. I've been heading to retreat stuff, so I hadn't paid attention. I knew it was June, but I didn't realise we'd get to see it tomorrow. That is exciting. Oh, look, perfect. I've got 3 cloud cover sequins. 25, 27 in colour flat pearls, and I've got 3 of the cloud cover ones left, which are perfect for going on here. Put that bigger one there, and then that little one maybe on the flower. Like that. Okay. Different colours. Order on the 3rd so we can get our list ready tomorrow. That is exciting. Oh, a little lunchtime break, a little perusal. Let's grab the other half of the cloud cover cardstock. So we will make use of that for the base. Glue this on. Do you like that, Holly? It's it was fun to get the paste out. It'd be nice to do. You could do I could have coloured the flower a bit monochromatic. We could have gone with the flower with the in colour, and then we could have done the paste in each of the in colour options. That would be fun. Drawn to one colour on a card. Put some dimensionals on that. It's exciting. Double dimension. And pull that down. There we go. So that is a mix of Berry Burst and Poppy Parade on that flower, and then a bit of cloud cover paste on the background. I will do something with these frames. I'm not going to do that tonight. It has been a bit of a somewhat busy. I say I had a busy-ish day packing all the bits and pieces and stuff. So lazy morning, but busy-ish day. So I'm going to stop at one card tonight, but I will be sure to share the peonies from my garden which have inspired this, and make sure I share photos on here with you all. And I will keep the frames on my desk for something. I'm going to make them into a card, maybe with the peachy, creamy coloured flowers. So I hope you have enjoyed that, and you give your embossing paste some love if it's sat on the shelf for a while and not been out. Mix it up with some new colours and revive it. And I will see you all soon. Some of you I will see you sooner than others. And for those that I'm seeing in person at the retreat, I am very much looking forward to that. That is going to be very exciting. And if you are feeling like you're missing out and you would like to come and see what we're making and what's happening at the retreat, then there is still a chance to join the online retreat. That is still open for booking on my website. And if you're not sure where that is, if you go back to the beginning of my live video, I did a little screen share of where that is on my blog, but coastalcraft.com, and then just go to classes and you can see all the details. I will share a photo of this card on my socials at some point tomorrow or Wednesday when I get a chance to take a photo, and I will see you all soon. Take care for now, everyone. Have a fabulous week. Bye.